Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. My name is DANIAL AIMAN RASHIDI, a Year 5 dental student from University Science Islam Malaysia. So today I would like to introduce to you for my research topic, which is age determination of crown root of permanent mandibular first molar in adult, a morphological analysis. So my research have been held by my partner, which is Nur Ain Nabila binti Muhammad Zarin. We are also have been supervised by our respected lecturer, Dr. Shatira Najmi Abdullah, and Associate Professor Dr. Asfalila Alias. So this is a list of content for my presentation today. Without further ado, let me introduce to you for my research today. So for your information, estimation of characteristics such as age, sex, stature, and ancestry is important for identification. So, for example, we are using the dental structure because it can be helpful in identifying individual in disaster incident due to its protected, harder structure and resistant to the decomposition of high temperature. So, in this research, we are choosing the first permanent mandibular molar because the first permanent molar are the most significant teeth in terms of function and development, as well as playing a critical role in occlusion. So why we are not use the front teeth? This is because the front teeth are more likely to be cracked than posterior teeth in the trauma, such as a disaster, storm, fire, or motor vehicle accident. So we are using these teeth to examine the buccolingual dimension, mesodistal, and crown length, because according to the Gutti et al. 2022, they suggest that there is a significant differences, which is there is a diminish of these biometric guide the course of the lifetime. So in this research, we are using the GM, which is geometric morphometric, which is a method employs lemma to investigate the morphospace of the object. And this GM method also can represent the shape, which require multiple point, linear, spatial, and volumetric variable. So in this research, we are using a DPT, or also known as OPG, which can provide an overall image of the mouth and a thorough assessment of the teeth and jaw. And these DPT images could cover many structures of mouth and teeth and will allow the objective and reproducible collection of 2D images from the analysis of human variation. So the general objective for our research is to determine the features of permanent mandibular first molar variation using a GM analysis in Malay population in different age group. And for specific objectives is to determine the differences of size and shape of crown and root of the first permanent mandibular first molar in different age group from the GM analysis of the DPT in Malay population. So our type of study design is a retrospective study which long for 1 year, and the location for our research is at the dental clinic at Faculty of Dentistry, University of Science Islam Malaysia, and the sample size was collected by using OpenEpi software with 385 accounted for 95% confidence interval. And for the sampling, we are using the non-probability purposes universal sampling method, and we have been obtained our ethical approval from the USIM Research Ethics Committee. And for our research, we include several criteria, which are subject age between 18 to 30 years old, a Malay ethnicity, and a sound permanent mandibular first molar, while we exclude several criteria, which are patient with missing permanent mandibular first molar, a non-Malay patient, a caries, and a restorative permanent mandibular first molar. So for our first chart in our research, first we collect about 400 DPT data, and then we classify them into two age of group, which are group A range from 18 to 22 years old, while group B range from 23 to 30 years old. And after that, we do the calibration test to identify the intra and inter-observable error test. And then after done with the calibration, we go for landmarking, which we will landmark about 11 landmark application on the DPT using a TPS D2. And after that, we run the analysis by using the general Procrustes analysis, principal component analysis, canonical variate analysis, discriminant function analysis, and the last one is Procrustes ANOVA. And then from the data and from the analysis, we can gain the result of the variation of permanent mandibular first molar, crown, root, size, and shape. So first of all, like I mentioned before, we up you the landmarking, which is include about 11 landmarking in TPS D2. So this just magnifying uh, through the first permanent mandibular first molar, which we will landmark about 11 landmarks on the tooth. So this is the number of the landmark, which is number one is a cemented enamel junction. 2 is contour of the enamel, 3 the highest tip of the nasal cusp, 4 the lingual developmental groove, 5 the highest tip of the distal cusp, 6 the distal cusp of the first mandibular first molar, 7 the contour of the enamel, the distal contour of the enamel, 8 the cemented enamel junction, 9 the apex of the distal root, 10 the furcation of the root, and 11 the apex of the mesial root. So then we analyze the size and shape using the MorphoJ. So by using the MorphoJ, we can gain the GPA, which is a raw landmark analysis. And then we do the PCA to determine the differences between sample of the male and female. And then CVA, we capture a relationship between the group based on the sample centroid. And the last one, we do the discriminant function analysis, which include the cross-validation to assess classification accuracy. So for the GPA, it involves three stages, which are translation, rotation, and rescaling. So the GPA can produce a new metric of Procrustes coordinate, which superimpose each set of lemma before rescaling and rotating into the central side. And then so the figure one, in the right one, we can see the consistency of scatter plot of the superimposed landmark configuration, which overall of 11 landmark on 400 dpt. So the blue dot represent the landmark position, while the black dot represent the landmark position for individual configuration in the sample. So for the PCA, we have about 18 PCA, so we only include 6 PC, which is the first 6 principal component exhibit about 72% variation in crown root shape. So based on the Procrustes ANOVA, we can see that there is a significantly differences in central size and shape as the p-value is lower than 0.0001 between each age of groups. And based on the CVA, the figure 3 show a CVA of shape. There are two distinguishable groups with some overlapping in it. So based on the Mahalanobis distance, there is a significant differences in all group ages. So the next is TFA. So the classification rate from the cross-validation analysis showed that permanent mandibular first molar was accurately classified in more than 50% in the comparison. So from the discriminant function about 80% and 70%, and after the cross-validation 74% to 69%. So based on the wireframe, for the crown root ratio, the green wireframe showed the mean result while blue wireframe showed the actual result for 400 data from the each group. So we included the PC1 until the PC6. So based on discussion, we can conclude that the first 6 principal components exhibit about 72% variation in crown root shape, and based on the Procrustes ANOVA, showed that there were significant differences in central size and shape between the different age group, and Mahalanobis distances showed that there are significant differences in all group ages with value of 1.3485. And the last one, the discriminant function test was ranged between 80 to 70% and 74 to 89% after the cross-validation. So, to conclude, incorporating morphological analysis of the crown root junction of the permanent mandibular first molar proved that precise age determination in forensic odontology and anthropological investigation So this approach showcases a potential as a valuable tool for accurately estimating age in individuals based on the dental remains. So our research demonstrates that GM analysis of crown root morphology can be used in the determination of age. So this is our references. And before I end, we hope that our research today can help many people to identify the corpse. So as for the knuckly part, we create from the Abu Hurairah Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said that whoever elevate the need of the needy person, Allah will elevate his need in this world and hereafter. From that, that's all from me. Thank you very much.